Well, obviously if I'm sitting on the grass, I must be in a more chill state. Well, it's summer, so why not get outdoors? Though this air quality has been kind of crap, so you're gonna hear me and I'm gonna sound a little stuffy. Today's video is about imposter syndrome. And the subcategory will be vulnerability. It's just built in. Why am I talking about this? Clearly, I am talking about it because I'm struggling with it. I've struggled with it for a long time. It's hard to believe when you hear another creative speak about imposter syndrome, especially if you enjoy their work, you follow their work, you kind of know them, maybe. It's hard to believe that they're struggling with the idea that they don't know if they're good enough. There was a time when I was nervous to talk on camera. That was the big deal. Yo, I haven't started a channel yet because I don't know how to speak to people. Or a camera, a little dot. But here I am, a couple years later, speaking to this camera like it's a person, because there are people on the other side of this and I'm trying to connect with you. That's why I'm doing it. I forgot about that feeling. It's like it didn't happen. Who called you up, emailed you, spoke to you, wrote to you and said that you're trash consistently? So much so that you believe it. You actually think it first before you think you're good. So I say these like open-ended questions because I'm actually speaking to a mirror who is me. According to who? Am I not good enough? And I think that's where, okay, here it comes, social media comes into play. We can see all the creators, we can see all the people doing the thing that we love. So we think that we're not good enough because it's all around us. Good work is all around us. Even when people show you the BTS, the process, and all the sloppiness, you still think you're not good enough. How ridiculous is that? So I guess this video is about speaking out loud at how ridiculous imposter syndrome is. You're good enough, your work is good enough. And if it's not good enough right now, it's gonna get better if you put in the work. So the only person who's actually saying that you're not good at what you're doing is, guess who? You got it, you. You are the only person that's saying you're not good enough. So if we make one shift, again, I'm speaking to myself, I'm projecting for myself. If we make one shift, which is, I'm good enough, this is good work, let me post it, let me share it. The feedback that comes back, whatever that is, will help me get better for the next iteration of my work. The end. Sometimes you gotta go down this journey by yourself. You don't need anybody else. Sometimes you have to do that just to process it. So yeah, vulnerability is all tied into imposter syndrome. So I'm telling you I'm struggling with imposter syndrome. So naturally, I'm being vulnerable while I'm doing that. So let's acknowledge that as a win for yourself. You're sharing your truths. I know it's cliche, but really just share because it's gonna help you process. Share, so let's think about this. If we share, we help ourselves heal through process, which means we can close certain books to open new ones. A beautiful cycle of action over talking or thinking. Don't want it to stay up here too long, right? That's when it starts to spoil. Got to get it out, all right? I think comparison is the death of action. You were going to do the thing. You were going to go to the gym. You were going to take those photos. You were going to go downtown. You were going to shoot in the rain. You were going to shoot when it was foggy. You were going to do all these things. And then you saw that somebody else already did it. They beat you to it, so now you don't want to do it. How silly is that? Do it for yourself. Do it because you wanted to do it. And even when you don't want to do it, like this video, totally avoiding this video for so long. And not avoiding it like intentionally, but subconsciously I was like, yeah, I'll get to it. I'll get to the vulnerability video. Yeah, I'll talk about my emotions and I'll talk about imposter syndrome. And then every time I was about to do it, I found an excuse to not do it because I did think, who wants to hear that? Also, you're just whining about your shortcomings. But I think by talking about your shortcomings, you help yourself process your shortcomings and ultimately process the solutions to help you manage your shortcomings. I was actually processing that in real time, so that's good. You gotta share in real life. And that part, I have probably struggled the most. The idea of creating a show, creating a book, creating prints. Everything that I'm telling you is a physical, tangible thing. Anytime I've printed off something for a client, a customer, and framed it and looked at it and touched it and then sent it off, I always felt way better doing that than posting 6 photos in a row on 6 days straight because an app told me this is the way to do it. I don't think anybody has the capacity to worry about you and your life while simultaneously worrying about their own. But for 2 seconds, when you give them inspiration, when you make them feel something, they'll support. I know this, because even on the smallest levels, people support me. They believe what I'm doing, and they believe in what I'm doing. It's about being honest with the people that you connect with. And if I'm going to be honest with the people I'm connecting with, I have to first be the doer. I can't be the talker telling you to go do it. Why don't you put on a show? Yeah, put your work out there. Put your prints online. Oh no, people will love your work. If I'm not doing it, then I'm fraud. I'm worse than any person who's straight up fraud because I'm telling everybody to do it, but I ain't doing it myself. So that is my journey, to get it off the computer and into the world. Now, this is art at the end of the day, but this is also my life. So you have to take it serious. The work can be fun, therapeutic, but once you're done, you have to share it. Taha, you gotta share it, people of the world. So let's do that. Let's not make this a ho-hum, sad video. This is a chance to wake up and do the thing that we want to do for ourselves and ultimately share that with the world. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm in the process of doing. That's why I am doing this video. So as I wrap up this video, I just want to say thank you for watching to the end. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Number 2, if you're going through any kind of imposter syndrome, which I'm sure you are at some point, go light on yourself. Know that we're all doing it. It's just some people are talking about it more than others. And know that you'll be okay on the other side, but you do have to face it. You do have to face those fears. I'll take a deep breath and I'll get better. I'll get better over time. I wish that for you as well. Until the next video, stay creative and believe in yourself. Peace.